Hello and welcome to my first ever YouTube video upload, where I go over every Cataclysm card from the worst all the way to the best in the tier. Also in this video you will find exactly how good or bad each of your card stats are compared to the rest of the tier. There are 15 female superstars and there are 60 male superstars to get through. Let's get started. Tied overall for last place we have Kacy Catanzaro and Mia Yim. Even though they are the bottom of the pile, we still have Kacy having the third best speed stat out of all the female cards. Coming up just after them we've got Billie Kay. Again towards the bottom, however she does have the fourth best charisma. Up next, just outside the top 10, you got Candice LeRae and Ember Moon. Average stats all round, nothing really too exciting. Coming in at number 10 is Payton Rice. Really good looking card design, as well as the fifth best speed stat that you can get. Speaking of good card design, next at number 9 we got Kacy Catanzaro. Beautiful artwork, lovely design, and she also has the second best toughness. Number 8 we got Toni Storm. She has the third best charisma. Sharing the number 6 slot, Alexa Bliss and Shayna Baszler. Alexa has the best speed, where Shayna has the third best power. Number 5, Lacey Evans, has the fourth best power and toughness. Overall solid card. Got a pair of heavy hitters now at number 3, Asuka and Bayley. Asuka sitting at the best power and toughness stats, where Bayley has the best charisma and the second best speed stat. Just missing out on the top spot, we've got Charlotte Flair. She sits at the second best power stat, third best toughness stat, and the fifth best charisma stat. That of course means sitting at number 1, Becky Lynch. She's the best card you can get. She also sports the second best charisma stat, the fourth best speed stat, and the fifth best toughness stat. So that was every female superstar in the Cataclysm tier. Who would you like to pull if you could have any single one of them? Personally for me, I'd like Kacy Catanzaro because pirates are awesome. Now let's see exactly how good the male superstar you've pulled is, unless of course you happen to have pulled Tucker, in which case I've got some bad news for you because he is currently the worst card of Cataclysm. He sits at the bottom of both male and female and he has the worst charisma stat. Next to 59 we got Otis, not much better than Tucker I'm afraid. Hasn't got any stats that really stand out either. Xavier Woods and Flash Morgan Webster sit at 57. They both have again below average stats, however they do both sit in the middle of the tier when it comes to speed, so you will win speed stat matches around half the time. Danny Birch is next at 56, however he does have below average stats across the board. Matt Hardy and Oni Lorcan are next, only having toughness and charisma that is average, and Matt Hardy having somewhat okay charisma. Dave Mastiff and Cesaro share 52. Again, nothing really to say about them. We are still towards the end of the tier. Robert Roode and The Miz also share a spot. Again, both similar stats towards the bottom end, however they do both have pretty okay charisma stats. You're going to start seeing a lot of cards now with one standout stat. In the case we have at number 47 Curt Hawkins, Ligero and Eric. Curt Hawkins has okay charisma, Ligero has okay speed, and Eric has okay power. Ivor next at 46, he has okay power and toughness. We have another trio at 43 with Jey Uso, Wolfgang and Jeff Hardy. all pretty average in stats. However, Jeff Hardy does have a pretty good speed stat. Sami Zayn next. However, he only really has an okay speed stat. The other stats aren't that great. Now we jump all the way up to number 35, because these 7 superstars all have the same overall stats. They are Zack Ryder, EC3, Jimmy Uso, Drew McIntyre, Keith Lee, Lars Sullivan, and then finally Buddy Murphy. Most noticeably, Zack Ryder having an okay charisma stat, and Keith Lee has an okay power stat. Everyone else roughly around the middle. Elias now at number 34 has an okay charisma stat and has really good artwork. I'd say it's up there, maybe top 5 best designed cards of the set. Just outside the halfway mark of the tier, we have R-Truth, Baron Corbin and Big E. Even though they are around the middle of the tier, R-Truth has the 9th best charisma stat, and then Baron Corbin having the 8th best toughness stat, and then of course Big E having really good power and toughness, just missing out on the top 10 for power. Ricochet and Braun Strowman are next. They sit at number 29, both having near top 10 stats, with Ricochet speed and Braun Strowman power. Another trio of superstars with Velveteen Dream, Tony Nese and Johnny Gargano, all taking number 26. Velveteen Dream has the 6th best charisma stat, and Johnny Gargano having the 9th best toughness stat. Here we have a 4-way tie at number 22, starting with Bray Wyatt, Matt Riddle, Pete Dunne, and then Kevin Owens. Bray Wyatt, Matt Riddle, and Pete Dunne all have one stat that would put them in the top 10 of that stat. Bray Wyatt has the 10th best charisma, Matt Riddle has the 10th best toughness, and Pete Dunne has the 7th best toughness. Unfortunately, Kevin Owens hasn't got a top 10 stat, but he's still overall pretty good. Managing to avoid the groups either side of him, Rey Mysterio sits at number 21. He is my personal favourite wrestler. He also sports the 5th best speed stat and the 12th best charisma stat, so a very good pull if you manage to find him. We have 6 superstars sitting at position number 15. They are Adam Cole, Andrade, Walter, Finn Balor, Aleister Black, and Samoa Joe. Each single one of these superstars has a top 10 stat. Adam Cole has the 8th best charisma, Andrade has the 4th best speed, Walter 9th best power, Finn Balor 8th best speed, Aleister Black has the 5th best toughness, and finally Samoa Joe has the 7th best power stat. At number 14 we have Ali. He has a top 10 speed characteristic. He is currently 7th in the tier. At number 13, Randy Orton also has a top 10 characteristic in speed. He, however, has the 9th best speed. Missing out on the top 10, we have Daniel Bryan and the Ultimate Warrior. Daniel Bryan has 2 top 10 characteristics in speed, where he is the 9th best, and charisma, where he is the 2nd best. The Ultimate Warrior has the 5th best power rating of all cards in the tier. Every card from now on in the top 10 have at least 2 stats where they are also within the top 10. Kofi Kingston, AJ Styles and Ric Flair take the 8th place position. Kofi Kingston has the 6th best toughness and the 3rd best speed. AJ Styles has the 10th best power and has the fastest speed characteristic, and Ric Flair has the 8th best power and the 3rd best charisma characteristic. Sting shows up at number 7. He has the 6th best power and he has the 7th best charisma in the game. Sharing number 5 we have Stone Cold Steve Austin and Triple H. Stone Cold has the 2nd best toughness and he has the best charisma stat in the game, whereas Triple H has the 3rd best power and the 4th best charisma in the game. Just missing out on the top 3, Seth Rollins has the 2nd best speed characteristic and he has the 5th best charisma. 3rd place belongs to Brock Lesnar, the only male superstar who has 3 stats that are within the top 10. He has the best power, he has the 4th best toughness, and he has the 10th best speed. He was top of WrestleMania 35 tier, but he finds himself sitting at number 2. Roman Reigns, he has the 3rd best toughness, he has the 4th best power, and he's just outside the top 10 with charisma at 11. And finally, sitting at the top of Cataclysm tier, we have the Undertaker. No, not the Road to Glory event card, just the normal Undertaker. He has the best toughness characteristic in the game, followed by the 2nd best power in the game. And there we have it. Every Cataclysm tier card ranked from the bottom all the way to the top. Not only overall stats, but individual stats, so you can see how your superstar ranks against everyone else. But tell me what you think in the comments. Anyone you thought should have been included in Cataclysm? Who's your favourite Cataclysm card? How are you getting on Road to Glory? I'll reply to every comment, any questions, any queries. Please feel free to ask. I've been Wyoming Gaming, thank you very much for watching. Catch you again next time.